Hi, good afternoon. Hi, good afternoon, everyone. It is 2:01 and I can go ahead and introduce myself and get started unless, Cindy, if you want to say anything first, you just jump right in. Okay. All right. My name is Rachel Warner. I am Business Development and Client Services Manager at Intermountain EAP. And EAP stands for Employee Assistance Program. It is a new program that UCCU has chosen for all employees. And I'm going to emphasize that many times. It's every employee, whether or not you have health insurance or health insurance with a spouse or partner, you don't need insurance for this Employee Assistance Program. It is for everyone. I have been with Intermountain EAP almost 2 years, and I was invited here today to let you know, what is this new program? What is this resource? How can I start using it today? It went live January 1st, so everything I talk with you about today, you can start using. And there's no charge to you. Okay. I just advanced the slide, so if you don't see a new slide, please do write it in the chat and let me know. What is Intermountain EAP? You've seen Intermountain around the area. We're in 7 states, and right now there's actually over 65,000 people who work for Intermountain. So our EAP is the benefit for people who work at Intermountain, as well as outside companies such as UCCU, 120,000. So we've got 185,000 lives that we cover, but not just that, we cover the spouses or partners and dependents ages 6 to 26. So think about that right now. If you have, 2 kids at home with you and a spouse, then all 4 of you have these services. Clinical experience, this is something we feel very strongly about and makes for a huge value. When you call and you get set up with a therapist, we have on staff 30 master's level therapists. They are not brand new interns. Together they have over 18 years of experience, some with a lot more than that. But that experience is incredibly important. So when you call, you'll be matched with someone who really has the breadth of knowledge from time as a therapist. Also, let's say you have a 21-year-old in college who lives in Maine. We do have affiliate providers throughout the country, so that there is a licensed therapist in the state where you live to make sure that you have that coverage. All right, any questions so far? You're welcome to put it in the chat or unmute yourself. I am always up for answering questions or figuring out how I can support what you might need. All right, so to remember this, so look at the blue bubble in the photograph. It is free, absolutely free. Contact confidential, no insurance or medical records. When you call Intermountain EAP and you schedule an appointment, we use a completely different scheduling system than if you called Intermountain to get an x-ray on your ankle. So that EAP is completely isolated in its own documentation system. This is really important because we know your work-life balance is really tricky. And sometimes you just need some support, and you may or may not want your manager to know or anything like that. And in fact, if you call, your spouse won't know that you've called and made appointments. We are confidential, unless of course you tell them. So again, I can't emphasize enough, it's for employees, spouses, and partners, and dependents ages 6 to 26. Your healthy work-life balance comes from the people close to you. If they're not doing great, then you're being pulled and not doing great. So we want to make sure that you know you can call your spouse, partner, dependents ages 6 to 26. This phone number right here, the 800 number, that is the magic number. This is the number, all the services I talk about today, you call them all for this one number. This is the 24/7 number. This is the 9 to 5 number. This is the number you call for everything. And we also know that the stresses in the workplace can contribute to some your own personal stress. And when people are surveyed, 84% say that their workplace condition contributed to their mental health challenge. So calling and getting some support, mental health services, you can get some tips and things that help you with feeling harmonious, feeling in control, learning how to set healthy boundaries, these kinds of things. All right. Your program is the 8-session model, and this shows Utah Community Credit Union is invested in you. They are invested in helping you feel productive, helping you have mental health resources, and overall health. So anytime you call, it is an 8-session model of counseling per individual, per incident. So for example, if you call in March because you're experiencing mood concerns surrounding depression or anxiety, you can call and set up an 8-session episode of care. Then let's say, unfortunately, something happens later on in the year and you lose a loved one. You can call and set up a new 8 sessions for grief and for loss. This is not based on the year calendar. This is based on per individual, per incident. We also have a 24/7 urgent call line. That is for in-the-moment support. Same magic number that you call, and if you're experiencing some high levels of stress, some concerns, feeling panicky, or you get some bad news, you can call and get in-the-moment support from a counselor. This number list on the right here, I'm not going to read it to you because we're going to go through them, but this gives you a sample. EAP, or Employee Assistance Program, is to help you where you are. So it's more than just counseling. There are mental health minute, support group sessions. There's crisis response. If something happens at a branch or a department, you can have an EAP counselor there to support the team. We have trainings, all kinds of things. I'll show you the website, and that will help illustrate it far better than me reading the list. I'll jump right back to this, but let me show you. We also have an app, and it's called My Strength app. And this you can download on Apple, or through the App Store, or through Google Play. You don't have to have insurance. You don't have to have, there's no payment whatsoever, but you do have to have an access code that I'm putting here in the chat. If you're the kind of person who would love to pop an app on your phone right now, you're welcome to do so. If you don't want an app on your phone, totally understandable. You can go to mystrength.com and use the browser version. And that is the same Intermountain EAP access code. Again, that's free and it's all opt-in. I set my strength up to email me once a week, but you can set it up never email me or once a month, something like that. Just depends on you. Okay, more about that in a minute. I'm going to go to the website and did I lose you all? Yeah, I did. Sorry about that. Let me share the website with you. Okay. Hope you can see that. And actually let me do this. I'm going to share it with the sound so I can make sure to show you this 1-minute introductory video on the website, and then I'll put the link in the chat so you have access to the website. You should be able to hear sound. Send me a chat if you don't.
Sometimes life and work can get a little overwhelming. Imagine having access to the emotional and confidential support you need during those times. The Intermountain Employee Assistance Program, provided by your employer, is there to help you when you need it. This benefit is provided free of charge and is available to you and your family. This program gives you access to experienced therapists willing to help you with nearly any issue causing you stress, work or non-work related. The Employee Assistance Program sees thousands of clients every year and has been serving communities since 1987.
Intermountain has been around since 1987.
Program support is a short-term solution. If more extended care is needed, we can help you find a provider through your insurance network. Join the thousands of individuals and families who have and will seek emotional support. There's no need to endure your challenges alone. The Intermountain Employee Assistance Program is here to help.
Okay. All right. So you can watch that video on your own as well. This is the home landing page of the website. Again, you're welcome if you want to follow along with me and log in or just watch. Either one is fine. So every month we have a new tip or highlight you can click on. January's theme. This month we are talking about hobbies and engaging in hobbies, and how hobbies are actually a great way to help you be better at your work, because it does give you that creativity time to sharpen skills. This is broken down into employee services, supervisor services, webinars and training, mindfulness. So I'm going to show you what's available to you as an employee. All right, so we've talked about the counseling, confidential, no cost. It can be about marriage stress, life stress. Maybe you want to advance in your career. Maybe you wish you were more bold and so you can advocate more for yourself. Grief and loss, anxiety and depression issues related to mood, those things. Also, we have financial advising. You can call and get help with bankruptcy, credit card debt, college fund planning. You get a free session with a financial advisor. Same with legal. Legal you can do, meet with a lawyer, go over adoption, bankruptcy, criminal issues, real estate, landlord disagreements. I mean, these things are all included, and you're connected with a local attorney, and sometimes if you would like to continue, you need more legal advice. That would go for a cost, but when they refer you, there can be up to a 25% discount on a local attorney. Crisis services, when employees and family members are impacted by an event. So here's to request. that support in case of a crisis. And that's what affects your workplace. We also have elder care services. If you're, I don't know, any of you may be taking care of an aging loved one, or maybe you have an adult child with disabilities and you would like counseling and help with resources. How do I find resources in terms of transportation, food, housing for my loved one? So it really is any of those things that are kind of keeping you awake at night. You can give us a call and we will support you. So that was employee services. I'm going to jump over to these webinars. Okay, webinars and trainings. There's a couple different kinds. There's live webinars that are scheduled. The mental health minutes are scheduled. Group trainings, now that has to be requested by your manager or by HR. And then mindfulness resources and live training. So live webinars, we're going to look at the schedule of these. There are two different kinds. There's a 60-minute and a 30-minute. So right now, you can go on to this site. You can click on January 25th and take a free class. And again, it's a live webinar, so it's led by a counselor on January 25th at 9 a.m. and go through that. Or there's another one in March. So we have all of these topics that you can see here. Building momentum with age-positive teens, that's a brand new one for 2024. So when 3 of these coming up. Mindfulness in the workplace. So all of these are 60-minute classes. Now you're saying, oh, I don't think I have time for a 60-minute one. I could try a 30-minute one, which, again, one on improving professional roles and responsibilities. Maybe you want to advance in your career. Maybe you want to figure out some more skills that you can develop. And then practicing gratitude, 30-minute class, increasing self-compassion, setting healthy boundaries. And then here is a summary of services. So it could be a refresher of what is it that EAP can do for me. I know Rachel came and showed us the website, but what else can EAP do for me? So those 60-minute, 30-minute. Now, somebody's saying, I work a lot. I don't have that much time very often. So let's check out the mental health minutes. So these are only 15 minutes. And you can add the series to your calendar. There's no registration. You just jump in. We had one in December, a mental health minute on preparing for the holiday stress. And it was really cool because in the class, they had us think, okay, what is one thing that bugs you or that annoys you at the holidays? And then we walked through making a plan for how to mitigate the stress that has on your life every holiday. So again, these are only 15 minutes, 4 times a week, Monday at 2, Wednesday at noon, Thursday at noon, Friday at 8. You can go to all of these or none of these. You can go to 1, you can go to 4 in a week. It just depends on your schedule. But you can also join these are also live. You can join these with your camera off and muted so that you can be a quiet observer, or you can join with your camera on and you can participate and answer the counselor's questions. It's up to you. Okay, so that's the 60, 30, 15 minute. Okay, now you are all very, very busy. Maybe you're running a whole bunch of carpools, running errands. It's busy. You don't have time for a scheduled class, but you can go to our on-demand mindfulness and look at all of these recordings available to you at any time. You can't sleep in the middle of the night, do a beach visualization. This one is my favorite, the smile introduction. This one, I learned that making yourself smile, even a fake smile, has the same benefits of actually smiling. So these are great ways to help you. 3 breaths and self-compassion. Having a rough day, take 15 minutes to grab some lunch and listen to a 5-minute mind makeover. Not a mind takeover, a makeover, and listen and enjoy your lunch and get some mindfulness in the meantime. So these are all here. We also have online classes for free virtual mindfulness. This meditation group with Mark, Tuesdays at noon. Mark is our actual certified mindfulness coordinator, and he's amazing. If you want to start with any meditation class, do one with Mark. He's got them Friday mornings at 8 a.m. that are just amazing. Okay, so there's a few other things. When you go on the website, just kind of explore. You won't need this more button. It's for brokers and providers. So you won't need that, but you'll definitely want the employee services, webinars and training, and mindfulness. And we'll want you to try out a bunch of different things because you'll find what really works for you. Again, I'm back to the home page. So you can see this number. The magic number is big and bold. Okay, I want to just also do a quick recap. So, why would you need EAP? Number one, counseling services for short-term resolution therapy. My children are, dealing with something that happened at school, a negative event at school. And so that would be one. So counseling is one of them. That's where you call and you schedule. You also may have some legal issues that are distracting you, weighing on you. Financial, call and open up a financial counseling session. Taking care of an aging loved one, all of these things. And then there's a lot of self-improvement and self-care you can do to take a 60-minute training, a 30-minute training, 15-minute mental health minutes. Those are fantastic. Mindfulness recordings, all of these things. You also may need some urgent call help. 24/7, you call the number and talk to a counselor for in-the-moment support. Again, we also have the crisis support. If anything were to happen at the workplace, one of our counselors can come help debrief. Now, on top of all of this, you also have an app, the My Strength app, and you want to make sure that you are utilizing this because it can provide you kind of like homework and supplemental mental health in between counseling sessions, or maybe you're not ready to call a counselor and you want to try the app. When I go on the app, I set it up for myself with some specific things going on in my life, with relationships, with work. So it will send me, Rachel, here's an email with some relationship tips on communicating effectively. So things like that. Now, I've gone through all the program offerings, and again, whatever is keeping you up at night, we have a support for that, and a different way. You can call on the phone, you can use an app, you can go on the website, you can talk to a therapist. There's all different modalities. So it really is what really supports you and helps you take that next strong step forward. And of course, we love working with teams to provide harmony in the workplace. So looks like we have about 5 minutes left. I'm happy to go back and show anything or to answer any questions. So if you all have any questions, please do let me know, or you can put them in the chat. In just a second here, I'm going to pull up the final slide so you can see all the information that's needed. Could you review the login and the URL? For sure. So the website, you do not have a login. So I'll put that that link in the chat. So the website, excuse me, is right here. And for My Strength, there is a login. And let's see, I'll demonstrate on the browser. So if I go to, if you've never done it before, you would go to mystrength.com. And you'll notice right away, My Strength is by Teladoc Health. Right now, Teladoc Health is very small. Pretty soon, the Teladoc Health is going to get bigger since they own My Strength. It's also part of the Live On Go team. So I get emails from Live On Go, which is part of My Strength and Teladoc Health. I mean, why not have 3 names and confuse us? So if you've never done it, you're going to do this sign up. And on the sign up is where you will enter your email. I use my personal email. So you go ahead and sign in that way. So this is where I would put in my personal email, and then I would do my password. The first time you set it up, you just set it up however you'd like. So this is what it looks like, and it's, you know, the on your phone and on the computer are the same. And so when I go to My Strength, then it'll have things set up for me. Here's a good one right here. Let's see how you are doing. How are you today? So it checks in with me. So if I take this little questionnaire, I do this once a month, and it'll tell you, oh, you're doing the same as last month, or you're a little bit better, or maybe you're not doing it as well. Then we have, this one is set up with all these different kinds of things that you can do. And I'll show you over on the left here, progress, want to track your sleep. There's one of our counselors today told us about a client who they're tracking their sleep because they really wanted to have support on being a better, you know, to be a better sleeper and to feel more refreshed that way. Again, here's all these different things. Let me show you one more thing, and then, you know, I can take any more questions. But so you can see, My Strength is set up to be very clean. It's not cluttered. It's not crazy. And it does this step by step for me. So look, turning down heated emotions. I'm reading a couple of paragraphs. I'm not reading 5 pages, and I can watch a video, and then each one, as I go step by step, it has some interactive. Some of them have you put in like a little journal entry response and save that for you. Okay, I don't want to get too run down the road from that and get off track there, but okay, very good. Yeah, thank you for these questions in the chat. And Cindy says you have the link on your UKG homepage if you need access to the work. And remember, your spouses and partners have access to this app as well. All free. If anything ever is confusing, like we had one person where it asked for their insurance, and we got that fixed and taken care of. But just let me know, because I want this to be very, very smooth for all of you. All right, any other questions? And did I answer the ones in the chat? Good, Marilyn got her question answered. Thanks, Kara. Okay. Yeah, and Intermountain EAP is all one word for that. All right, so now you all have homework. You get to check out the app, My Strength, or on a browser, and you get to go to the website and explore. I would love it if you all did a mental health minute session and sent me some feedback. But really the whole point is that this is ready to go right now. You can use all of these services now. Call the magic number. I'll put it in the chat one more time. And I know Cindy has done great with letting you all know, and I'm getting some more business cards and things like that to pass out so everyone has that number. Pretty soon you'll have it memorized. I have it in my phone, and that way it's always available to you. All right, any questions? Okay. Well, I am so glad you came today. Again, UCCU is invested in your health and happiness, and that's a pretty big step. That's really valuable, and we're here to be your partner. Any questions, just give us a call. Yes, thank you. Start using it today. All right, take care. Let me know or let Cindy know any questions, and I'll follow up.